you please look up this site?
See if we can figure out something.
Okay, now my audio feels a bit crackly, but well done, Laura. And it worked. Yay. Thank goodness, because it really stresses me out when it doesn't work. And then people are like, I got lost. Live reactions off. Turn this on. Let's set up the portal right this minute before I forget. Okay. And I'm pretty sure my food is nearly here. Well, our food. Yeah. Okay, I can't check that right now. Interesting. 2 of you are very clearly here. And StreamYard says 0. So that's a great start. All right, I'm just grabbing the live that we want to watch. Hmm. Saying good morning to everyone.
As long as you speak slowly. Oh, look, we have.
Sanchez de Armas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unrelated, Judge, we were talking about something unrelated.
Okay, that's all right. And we have the same shirt on.
Hey, is not a prior DWI, right? Yeah.
No prior
It's a
to
Twinkie.
that. First offense whatsoever.
We can't get Logan in here.
Mr. this gentleman to your right might read this, so if you want to follow along.
Okay, are
We're
you
gonna wait.
Sanchez de Armas?
Yeah, I am, sir.
Luis?
Yes.
Okay, sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you, sir.
On August 14th, 2024, officers were dispatched to a minor accident call a little bit before 6 in the morning. They observed a gray Nissan stuck in a ditch with its airbags deployed, and they observed the defendant standing outside of the car. He matched the description given by the witness on the call. The officer could smell an odor of alcohol in his breath. The defendant advised that he had left the pool party where he had 3 12-ounce Modelos. The defendant stated he had lost control of the wheel and crashed into the ditch, and there were no passengers in the car. The witness on scene stated that he observed the defendant outside of the car, went to help him, and told the defendant he was calling the police. The defendant got into the car and turned it on and attempted to flee, but the wheel spun out and he didn't go anywhere. Standard field sobriety tests were conducted: 66 for HGN, 2 of 8 for walk turn, 1 of 4 for one leg stand. The DIC was read and blood was consented to, and the defendant was taken to HC North Cypress Hospital. His driver's license is eligible.
Any prior DWIs that you see? Okay. Mr. Sanchez Armas, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If you consume alcohol or any kind of illegal drugs, I will put you in jail. No more PR bonds for you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You have a Texas driver license.
My driver license?
Do you have a Texas driver license?
He does, Your Honor. We've already requested ALR.
Do you have liability insurance in your name?
Yes.
As long as you have both, you may continue to drive. If it does become suspended, you may not drive. Herman will tell you about that. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. You do not have to waste your time coming to court, but you must stay in touch with Herman and he will tell you when you have to come back to court. If Herman tells me that you're playing games, you're not responding to phone calls or text messages, I will issue a warrant for your arrest.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We will first have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. After that, you'll get with Rachel for your bond conditions, and after that, you'll be free to go, sir. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Hi, Judge. You good?
Come hang out with us or what?
I just heard that apparently my sister is a YouTube fan of yours. I had no idea.
No.
Apparently she's chatting with Victoria. I'm like, what?
Really? Oh.
She's like, when's your sister coming? I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. Wendy, if you're on, hi. Yeah, weird, right? I was like, what are you talking about? I just texted her.
Nice.
Who knew? Good to see you, Judge. Yeah, I'm good. If you're good.
I'm good.
We got
Money.
it all in here.
Okay. Thanks. Awesome.
Bye, Judge. Let me know if you need anything.
Thanks for coming.
Of course.
Mr. Chavez, do you have an arraignment?
Not arraignment, Your Honor. I have two more arraignments, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Just-
Let's do it.
You ready for the next one?
Yes, there's another one.
Yeah, I got
Come
you.
on.
Senegal, page 16 and 17.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Just keep in touch, okay? Yes, sir.
Oh, Miss Senegal. Oh, Miss Senegal. Oh, Miss Senegal. Yet they give you another PR bond. I made your bond 20,006 because you failed to appear over and over and over. I don't know in what alternate universe you think that you can continue to get a PR bond as someone gives it to you, not me. As far as I'm concerned, you will be in custody as of this moment. I will appoint your lawyer and we will find out what's happened, but you cannot continue to take off 3 to 4 times and pick up another case and expect good things to happen. Not gonna happen. I will have you talk to a lawyer today and we will figure out where we go from here, but I cannot possibly give you yet another PR bond.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
All right, Judge, we have one more on page 18 and 19. Turner, come on up.
Good morning, Mr. Turner. Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. Does he have 2 open DWIs?
Is his first name Robert, Your Honor? Okay,
Robert Allen Turner. I see.
no, it looks like it's a double file, Your Honor.
Because there are 2 different cause numbers.
Yeah, it had double filed. So they filed the same cause twice on accident. We've dismissed.
Same alarm number, Judge.
Okay, good. That's all I wanted to know. All right. Mr. Turner, you're charged with 2 cases. You're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're also charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. On the gun case, you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. On your DWI, you're facing up to 6 months in jail. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
On August 13th, 2024, officers conducted a traffic stop on a vehicle that they observed to be weaving in and out of traffic, failing to signal lane changes and going 100 to 110 miles per hour. Officers observed the defendant to be the driver. He had slurred speech, glassy eyes, and odor of alcohol on his breath. There was also a 12-ounce beer in the back right seat floorboard that was still cold.
So he has alcohol in the car, driving at 110 miles an hour.
Officers conducted the standard field sobriety tests, 6 of 6 for the HGN, 4 of 4 for the walk, 1 leg stand, and 5 of 8 for the walk and turn. Additionally, there was a Beretta 40 cal handgun in the center console. The gun was in a holster. The IC was red, and he consented to the breath sample. The results were 0.137 and 0.126. His driver's license is eligible.
I'm running an NCIC check to see what other cases he may have, if anything, especially any prior DWIs.
Yes, Your Honor, the only thing that we see is an ag robbery with a deadly weapon that was dismissed in 1998. Actually, see two of those, but
Mr. Turner, I want you to understand that whenever you have an open container in the car and it's alleged as such in the information, it is a minimum of 5 days in jail flat to any sentence that you get in this DWI. Do you understand? I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to drive. I'm taking away your privilege to drive permanently. You will be signing an affidavit with me today, promising me you're not going to drive. I don't care what's going on in your life. I don't care what you have to do. If there's a burning building with 50 kittens in it that you need to save, I don't care. You drive, I will have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. Do you understand? I'm also ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. You will be randomly tested. If you test positive for drugs or alcohol, likewise, your bond will be revoked. You will go into jail. I don't know if you have a drug or alcohol problem, but if you do, you better address it, because if it becomes a problem and you don't, I will do it for you. And I promise you're not going to like the way that I do it. Do you understand? Until I know you appreciate the awesome power and privilege it is to drive, you are forbidding from doing it. And if you do, there will be hell to pay. What do you do for a living, Mr. Turner?
I drive a box truck for a marine company.
Not anymore. How much money do you make a month?
At least 4,000.
You need a lawyer to represent you.
I have one, but she's not here.
What do you have?
It's Dunham and Jones.
Who?
Dunham and Jones.
Dunham? You guys see any documents they file on Turner, page 19? 18 and 19. So this is what we're going to do, Mr. Allen, Mr. Turner. I hope that they show up so we can have a talk. For now, I will have you come up here. I'm going to have you swear to us that you're not going to drive. After that, I'm going to get you to Victoria. We're going to have you sign a reset. And after that, I will have you meet with Rachel for your bond conditions. After that, I will have you take a seat in the back. Do not leave. I want to see if someone shows up on their behalf to represent you. And then we'll go from there. Okay? Come on. Any more rings?
That was the last
That's it?
arraignment.
Okay, Mr. Chapman. Of course.
This is in regards to Ruben Noyola, Your Honor. Client is present.
Noyola, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
The case is about 190 days old, Your Honor. I spoke to the state. Last setting, they were attempting to contact the other party. There was a crash involved in this DWI. They did try and contact them today. They said there was no answer. They said they're going to contact later today, but that I have to go ahead.
You're beating a dead horse. If you've not contacted them yesterday, how many times have you attempted a writ?
I told the defense if he wants to, it seems like he wants to be PTI,
Yes.
just go ahead and apply and we'll try again.
I'm not going to wait any longer. I mean, it's nearly 200 days. You either want the
We sent
PCI.
instructions to the client to start the mitigation packet. We're just requesting a 3-week reset to get
I'm
that
not
turned
going to do
in.
that. It's nearly 200 days old, man. No, I mean, I'll give you 2 weeks and that's it.
Okay, understood, Your Honor.
I have to have everything done. Noyola Mendez, come up.
It is Spanish speaking, Your Honor.
I speak Spanish. Come on up. La próxima vez tienes que ir para allá, hasta aquí. Tienes que escuchar.
Sorry.
Tú tienes 2 semanas para tener todo lo que ellos quieren para el paquete para hacer este programa. Si no lo tienes en 2 semanas, te voy a poner en jurado con juicio.
Okay.
¿Me entiendes?
Yes.
All right.
Okay, thank you, Your
All
Honor.
right. And then in 2 weeks, assuming he has everything done, we will send him for a TRAS on that day and we'll go from there.
Okay, will do.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Hey, Joe, come on.
Mr. Salguero in custody.
Salguero?
Page 33.
Salguero.
Your Honor.
Okay, thanks. Burglary of a vehicle.
I believe on his felony case, I don't believe they filed the MRP yet, but it does show bond denied on that case.
What a. We have a lot of issues with this dude, you know, he never shows up. On our discharging a firearm, I have it at 15,005 because he doesn't show up, and that was last year.
The previous case.
He's on probation for a DWI third now, and then he picked up the burglary case.
Sir.
Logan, do you see an ice hold on this gentleman? You know?
I don't see one, Your Honor. I do see that he has a driver's license, so.
Okay, so, Josh, what do you want? Just reset?
I think he said at 5,000, he was asking for PR bond.
Hey, do you mind bringing out,
If you're gonna
Mr.
do it,
Salguero?
give me a second, Your Honor, these are garments in a sling, so I have to figure out how to secure them.
it's okay, take your time, no rush. Yeah, for sure. Hi.
This is actually on Jesus Cornejo. We approached last time. He's set again on 8/29. Do you need the case number?
Yeah.
It's 2489342. And so he did provide me a work letter. He works offshore as a safety technician, that he won't be available for the 29th, but I did confirm with him that he will be able to appear remote. So I'm asking if you give him permission to appear remote. Hopefully by then I'll have his proof of therapy. That way I can talk to the DA about reducing the deferred offer time.
We said on 8/15, I guess you came in here, you wanted a off docket reset. We set it for you to the 29th.
He was on docket, and this was, I believe, Monday, I want to say, Monday, Tuesday.
Hey, can I give you the cause number, please? Yeah, what's the dealing?
There was a lot of time for litigation practice, the state does not offer PCI, so we gave her 2 weeks to decide on the
On the
offer,
defer.
consider the offer.
Okay. And you were gonna give them something, I guess?
Yeah, it's just a proof of therapy to try to persuade them to reduce the time on the deferred, but it looks like very well he is willing to accept the deferred, but I'm trying to get a little bit less time
Is he
for
done
him.
the therapy or no?
Yeah, he is. And it's with the VA vet, so that's when he's already trying to get that information.
He's on docket for next week on Thursday.
And I have his work letter. if you'd
Yeah,
like to see it.
it's on for what, next Wednesday, right? Or, yeah, next Thursday. When do you want me to set it to?
He is able to appear remote. It's just the only
No,
thing.
I know, it's,
Yeah, so his letter says he's in the Gulf of Mexico, I guess, and it says minimum of 27 days. That's why I'm like, he can appear remote because it's too many days for him.
clear, right?
Right, yes, basically. So we'll know. when-
It's not, he can't appear, he has to be, here.
Right, you're right, yeah.
it's the thumbprint, you know, he signed stuff. He's gotta be here.
If we could set it for those 27 days, I just know that it's a lot of days. That's why I was.
When is he,
So he had to report to work on the 20th of August, and it says a minimum of 27 days that he'll
so
be.
he was here yesterday then, or the day before?
He was, yes, but I wanted that proof. He had to do like the training things before he, by beginning of September. No, wait, sorry.
It's 27 days, probably end of September.
Yeah.
What calendar is it?
So August 20th.
27 days from
August
the
20th.
21st or the 20th?
I'd say 21st, yes, Judge, let's give him some time. So 14 to 18. So probably September 18th and on, it looks like.
Yeah.
We could do even like September 24th, because it is clear trial. I mean, discovery is
Clear
complete.
trial now.
I know it's clear trial now, but he's offshore. Judge, so if he is intending to plead, it's just a mitigation thing. I'll consider it in the meantime.
So I need a concrete date that he's gonna be here. Do you wanna can you reach out to him to
Yes, if
see?
you could give me a couple minutes just to make
Yeah,
sure the
reach out to him,
27th, I mean, the
see,
24th.
He can definitely be here
Mhm.
and no more recess after this, right?
Yes, understood. Thank you, Judge.
So we'll set it for bond forfeiture for whatever day that is. Oh,
Mr. Salguero.
morning, Mr. Salguero.
Morning, sir.
How's jail? Really? So Josh here is telling me that you want a PR bond. Really? Tell me why we should grant you a PR bond.
Guess I can do better outside, sir.
Really? You can do better outside. You now, Mr. Salguero, let's go through this. Let's actually talk about what happens when you go outside. You are now on felony probation for a DWI third. You now stand charged with burglary of a motor vehicle. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're gonna do probable cause because I have no idea what happened. Logan, enlighten us.
This is a bit long.
It's okay. You have a lot of time.
On August 18th, 2024, officers were dispatched to a burglary motor vehicle call for service and met with the complainant. She stated that the defendant was a Hispanic male in a red jacket, blue shorts. And she stated that she had witnessed the man inside of her vehicle going through her belongings. She asked him what he was doing, and he said it was his vehicle. She informed him it was hers, and he left on the bicycle. She stated her windshield dash cam was damaged to the value of $700. She stated that another person was following the defendant into the apartment complex. Officers caught up with the person that was following the defendant, and that person said the defendant entered on a bicycle, that she had lost visual contact of the defendant. As officers approached the northwest side of the apartment complex, they observed the defendant walking out from behind a dumpster, and then back behind the dumpster, and then quickly fixing his clothing. He put on a black backpack, and there was a bicycle leaning nearby on a fence. Officers observed a red shirt sticking out of the backpack, which was damp. Complaining witness, officers detained the man. Complaining witness positively identified the defendant as the person who was inside of her vehicle. Defendant advised that he was writing in his notebook and he didn't break into the car. He stated that he had left his golden frames in the vehicle, and officers recovered yellow glasses from the car. Defendant confirmed that those glasses were his.
So you picked up this case. This is not the first case you picked up while you're on probation. You picked up a criminal trespass. That criminal trespass was dismissed. Prior to you entering into probation, you picked up a terroristic threat where you took off on me again. And then you also had a discharging a firearm where I had to set the bond at $15,005 because you missed at least 5 different times. And since that time, you've also picked up another 10 plus cases. So let me ask you again, Mr. Salguero, should I give you a PR bond?
It's up to you, sir.
Do you deserve a PR bond?
I think I do, sir.
Why?
Because those cases, for some reason, they got dismissed, sir. It's not because I say, because they make a decision and make a decision from a professional. That doesn't mean I did it. So professional make a decision based on profession. Letters, no. Conscience. They're there because of God, not because of me. That's what I can say. Law is here because of God for law like that.
I can't hear you. You got to speak louder.
This law is based on human rules. No, it's based on human and on God rules. Otherwise, we would be crazy. But we are crazy because we're not following God right now. God is it's quiet, but everywhere is wrong. Everywhere, sir. We're losing that. That's what I can say, sir.
Mr. Salguero, I think that you are a danger to the public.
I have not damaged anybody, sir. I have not.
We allegedly have now a BMV where $700 worth of property was
I told
damaged.
the
Did you say
lady- and I told
$700?
the guy- I told the lady that I was.
So I don't want to talk about the case,
Yes.
but what I'm trying to tell you is that you don't come back when we let you out. And when we do let you out, good things don't happen.
And people's hard for making, when I ask for a ride, they say no. I don't have a.
And
ride.
use the Dodge Patas.
It's hard for me. That's another thing that you don't understand. You caught you bore my bridges. How can I be like that? How can I face those things if I don't have nothing on my hands to do it? It's not easy, sir. Please.
You have the heart, when you have the will, and if you work
I
hard
do.
enough, anything can happen,
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Salguero. So don't tell me that. It's based on you. And if you have a drug or alcohol issue that impedes your greatness, then it's on you. Mind over matter. And the problem is, what I see, what I think is that substance takes control and makes you do things that you wouldn't normally do. So what we're going to do now is we're going to clean you up.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give you a PR bond because I don't think good things will happen. What we are going to do is I'm going to have you evaluated to see where we go from here, because I don't know what's going on in your life. But when you get out there, bad things happen. Josh, I'd like to set up for a TRAS to see what they say and what's going on with Mr. Salguero. At that point, we can discuss where we go from here. But you're on probation for a very serious case. You're looking at up to 10 years. You've already have one case that they've dismissed while you're on probation. You think it's going to keep happening? You're begging for prison, Mr. Salguero. And perhaps that's what you may need. I don't know. So Josh, let's set up for a couple weeks out. I'd like to get a TRAS done. The other thing is this, Mrs. Salguero, it's a matter of time before they issue another motion to revoke your probation. So you're gonna have to make bond on that case as well. It's just a matter of time. So we'll see what that bond is at. And then after the TRAS, which is an evaluation to see what kind of help you may need, we'll discuss where we go from there. All right? But you got to understand, with all the baggage you got. Okay, thanks. Thank you.
Good morning.
Mr. Newley, hey,
You all right?
how are you?
Yeah, like when they swear to it. Yeah, I was just asking, I was curious. I mean, that's why I just didn't know. Okay, so.
Yeah, and that's by his own statement. By his title. By his own statement.
Council for reset. Oh, no.
Yeah. I mean, if we could get it, I don't. Not even a title, just, you know, how we push the card. Maybe a card. I guess you can get a card. I know that. So Fleischer, I know it's- Just to work with this paper, isn't it? If he knows how to drive, it's okay.
Hey, Judge, did you sign this?
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't sign it.
Hey, Your Honor, can I speak to you in the back just for a quick, brief moment?
Which one, are you looking for dismissal?
Yes, on the one.
Oh, that was the BVR.
Yes.
Hmm,
See, when they get a BVR, they finish a PTI, that's what it is. right?
Nice. And sometimes that may be it, where we call them into court to get them to actually do things what they need to do. And now I'm unable to sign it. Touche. All right, come on. Okay, Pavel, come on, let's go. I signed it, I got it.
Thank you, Judge.
I'm glad it worked out, though, you know?
I know.
You have anybody else? Oh.
No worries.
Council for reset.
I mean, downtown's so packed, you know, and then the waiting list to get into the county garage is like 5 years.
I know, that's why we're not
It's
getting.
ridiculous.
We're not getting to go try for that, but I'm gonna look for some other like monthly parking opportunities. I know across on the other side of the church over there, I know you guys park there, so there's other solutions, but.
What about the Dolly Center? The Dolly Wall Center? There's a one right over here
I
on,
know they do have parking, but I think it's gated off in the morning.
I think, no, but I think you can do monthly parking.
Okay.
You can.
So,
That's
yeah, I'm gonna look at some other solutions. We'll figure it out today.
council.
Just- Your Honor,
Ready?
can I approach?
Come on up.
Yeah, just for today, we'll be like.
For sure, absolutely.
Judge,
Hey.
here for a plea.
Are you ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Matthew Miranda?
Yes.
Very respectful, looking in the eye.
Good morning, Mr. Miranda. How old are you, sir?
19.
You're 19. Tell me about yourself. What are you doing these days?
Work. I'm a family man of one.
Family man, what does that mean?
I got a daughter. She's 3 years old.
You're 19 and you have a 3-year-old daughter?
Sir. And I'm just
You
working.
barely out of diapers yourself, man.
Right.
Did you graduate from high school?
I got my GED.
Okay. I want to confirm that. Because if you don't have your GED, the first thing we're going to do is make sure that you get that while you're on this probation.
Yes, sir.
What else are you doing with yourself?
It's really that, trying to focus on be a better man and working. That's it.
You're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement. They're offering you a 6-month deferred. A deferred is a type of probation that if you successfully complete it, you do not end up with a conviction on your record. But you can't tell people it was dismissed. It was not dismissed. You merely took a probation, completed it successfully, and you don't end up with a conviction. Do you understand the difference?
Sir.
If you complete this successfully, though, you can have it sealed so that the general public cannot see it. But that's assuming that you complete this successfully. For you to complete it successfully, you must do a gun safety class. No drugs, no alcohol. You will be randomly tested. No smoking dope, no smoking weed. You smoke some weed, guess what happens?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
If I test you right now, what are you gonna test positive for?
Be honest.
Marijuana.
Right. I will test you 31 days from today. And I'm telling you, if I find that you're smoking, that's it. I'll put you in jail. And then guess who's gonna raise that 3-year-old?
We don't want to know.
Someone that you may not like.
Yes,
You'll
sir.
probably get to that 3-year-old. No drugs, no alcohol. You must also forfeit the weapon. Anything crazy about this case?
No, Judge, it was,
Just a random car?
speeding was a traffic stop, so
Do
nothing.
you have a Texas driver license?
No, sir.
That's what else you're going to do now. You will be required to get a Texas driver license. You didn't put any community service on this, right?
No, sir, no, sir.
What I would normally do is waive community service in an effort to get them to get a Texas driver license, but I want you to get your license and I'm making that a condition as well. Do you understand?
Sir.
All right. I will make this a deal. I will make you a deal. If you are able to get this done quick, I will take you off quick. You can be done with this thing in 3 months. If you work hard, you complete everything and you stay drug-free. But I'm going to tell you, if you don't, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. I'm going to put you in jail. You're looking at an entire year in custody. I can, if I wanted to, I can extend it for another 3 years. Do you understand?
Yes,
I
sir.
want to. So make me proud. Show us your GED. Stay drug-free. You, Shatori, testing 31 days from today. You're going to get tested. So don't smoke as of today.
Yes, sir.
And I want you to get your license.
Sir.
Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Say thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Don't thank me yet. Hasn't. You may not be very happy at the end of this, Mr. Miranda. You hold the keys to the jail cell. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. This is a contract you and I are entering into now. You either complete it successfully or you end up with a ton of jail time. That depends on you. If you violate this agreement, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. I will put you in jail. I'm going to bring you out like the other gentleman in orange. We're only going to talk about whether you violated this agreement or not. Do you understand? And if you did, you're looking at an entire year.
Sir.
I did plead to the offense. Sir.
Good.
I will not find you guilty. I will withhold that. The only thing that you must do is a gun safety class. Get your Texas driver's license and no dope. Questions?
Sir.
Cut his fees, please. I'm cutting your fees. You will not be required to pay for anything. I can't pay for your gun class. That's something that you're gonna have to do because outside providers I can't pay for. But as far as, you know, fees, anything, I'm waiving anything so that there's no excuse. You will not have to pay for the drug test either. So don't smoke.
Sir.
Here's the other thing. You're 19. You have a 3-year-old kid. You've now picked up this case. How many cases has he had? Is this the first?
So, this is his second. The first was a PTI, discharging in the metro area.
This is your second. It's a matter of time before CPS gets wind of what you're doing. And I'm going to tell you, CPS gets involved in your life. It's a miserable experience all the way around. It's a kick in the ding ding 3 times over. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Thank you, Your Honor. May we be excused?
So, hi, Amy, Blood.
It shows his license to be eligible, so there shouldn't be anything in the way of him getting it.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, there's no suspension.
I don't think that she's here. Is she here? No. Man. Hey. Victoria. Hey, I'm gonna run down to the 7th floor. Do you need anything real quick? Okay, I'll be back in like 5 to 10.
Officer Davis. Officer Davis.
No. Jones is back there? No, this one is, they already taken to juvenile.
Oh, that's okay. As long as we're
Hey, guys, Alan. Ready? Hey, good morning.
I am approaching on behalf of George Diaz Martinez. He made bond, but he does not have any bond conditions.
Hey, we need him. Is he here?
Oh, yes, he's in the back. George Diaz Martinez.
Wait. You don't need a translator, Alan, do you? No, okay. Hey.
Judge Megan Brown.
Megan Brown?
Yes, Judge, there should be a supervision order in your queue, if you
Right.
haven't signed it already.
Probably not. I'll sign it now then.
All right, thanks, Judge.
Thanks.
Everything? Yes, everything, yes.
Hey, what's on, Logan, on Diaz Martinez? What's up with this attempted burglary of a habitation? Is it still open?
I don't, yeah, there's an MRP pending.
Did you see this? Hey, did you see that? He's on probation. Are you still on probation, Mr. Diaz Martinez? What happened with your felony probation?
They received a order granting a mental health assessment on the 14th.
Council for reset, Robert, turn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Talk to you from the attorney for his case. When last time you had contact? I think it was like
Council for reset.
2 years ago. You have court. What's this? It's September 3rd. Oh, okay.
It's still open.
Yeah, so.
Your probation is still open.
Oh, okay. We haven't spoke to your attorney? No.
All right, so you now stand charged of assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. Okay.
Your Honor. On August 13th, 2024, officers were dispatched to a disturbance call. They spoke with the complaining witness, who was the defendant's mother. She stated that they were walking back to their home from the bus stop with groceries. The defendant was smoking a cigarette. She told him it smelled bad. And then he suddenly struck her on the head with a closed fist and she fell to the ground. She felt pain, had a bruise on the back of her head and on her forehead with some swelling. She said the defendant seemed out of it.
Wait, so they were walking back from the grocery store?
Yes, sir.
And was this mom?
Yes, Your Honor.
Where is he going? I'm not giving him a PR bond unless we know that he has somewhere to go. I'm not releasing him to, Mr. Diaz-Martinez,
Yes.
I'm not releasing you to the street.
Okay.
So unless I know that you have a place to go to where you're going to be monitored,
Yeah.
especially in light that you have an open attempted burglary of a habitation,
Yeah, I can.
felony probation that's open, ixnay on the PR bond A until we know where you have a place to go.
I think
Who is willing to take you?
I have no,
Do you have any relatives?
I have no place.
That's what scares me.
Yeah.
What scares me is me releasing you,
Mhm.
you go on the street, and then something happens, you do something that just, you dig yourself into a hole because you have no food, you have nowhere to go.
Yeah.
You do something rash that you wouldn't normally do. That scares me. So before this happens, I want to find out, do you have your mom's phone number?
No,
How can we get a hold of her?
I believe the
You
state has.
really don't know your mom's phone number?
I have her phone number, Your Honor. Yes, we've spoken to her. She's indicated that she wants us to hold him at the jail until she can come pick him up because she's concerned that he'll wander off.
Hold on a second. What's the phone number?
940. And her name's Amelia. And her name's Amelia.
Amelia.
Hello.
Amelia,
Sí, con
Oh.
ella hablo
¿hablas inglés o solamente español?
español nada más.
Mira, yo soy el juez en el corte número 5.
Sí, sí,
Estoy aquí con tu hijo Díaz Martínez, el Jorge,
sí, sí.
y necesito saber si él quiere una parte para, si lo dejamos ir de la cárcel, él puede vivir contigo.
Sí, él puede vivir conmigo, pero también yo le había dicho, yo había hablado con la fiscal que él necesita estar que le den ayuda
¿Como medicamento o cómo?
estar en rehabilitación en una clínica. Necesita terapia, necesita consejería, porque pues su mente no es como la mía, como la suya. Hay momentos que tiene ataques como de pánico. Yo el otro día lo llevé a comprar unos zapatos y él la multitud de la gente, a él eso como que lo pone nervioso, como fastidioso.
Él está tomando algo ahora.
Él
Sí,
está tomando
psiquiatra.
medicamentos. Sí, yo por favor, juez, yo le pido, pero
TRAS.
él no está tomando medicina ahorita.
Debe de tomar.
Me lo ponga.
Backlog and upstairs. My only concern is, there is a huge backlog on the evaluation. I know I had a guy.
Permíteme un segundo. Estoy hablando con el fiscal y con el defensa, ¿ok? Y yo te digo en un momento. Okay. Tell me again.
There's a huge backlog on the evaluations. I had a guy sitting for months, trying to get an evaluation done, and it was.
Can I expedite it somehow?
If you can, please, your judge.
Any way that we can. I guess, what do we do with TRAS?
Okay.
And then that way we can see what, will the TRAS tell us? Have we ordered a comp here?
I believe they ordered one upstairs.
On the 14th, the felony court ordered, a early identification of suspected mental illness or intellectual disability order, so that he can get evaluated.
Does it say if he was found incompetent or anything?
Yes, was.
Okay.
And but no, but this was, hold on a second, but Shatori, this was 11 of 23.
Let's go within the year.
And
Go with it.
so can we have him evaluated by a doctor? That's what I'd like to do, to see what, if any, medication he should be taking. What do you mean no? What is?
We have clinicians, but
Yeah, okay. I mean, and are they able to determine whether he should be taking something?
they can give him a diagnosis, but they can't prescribe any medication.
How do we do that?
And I'll have to ask somebody.
It's gotta be a way,
Oh, yeah.
Let me-
Sabes que la cosa es, un otro juez le dio una fianza que él puede salir de la cárcel. Yo voy a revocar eso ahora porque quiero que él habla con un par de doctores para ver cómo vamos a ir, en el
por
futuro.
favor, porque él necesita que le haga un doctor que le haga una radiografía cómo está él de su mente. Porque
Okay.
sí, él necesita muchísima ayuda.
Le vamos a ayudar, ¿ok?
Ok.
¿Y tienes papel y pluma?
Déjame agarrar un lápiz, déjame buscar un lápiz.
Okay. Alan, what's your phone number?
954-901-6189.
Can you revoke that one, please? Yeah, set it at 5,000. Mr. Diaz.
Yes.
I need you to speak some doctors for me. We want to get you on the straight and narrow. We want to make sure that you are doing well so that when you go out into the free world, nothing bad happens.
Okay.
But to be able to do that,
Yeah.
we need you to speak to doctors to see if there's anything that you should be taking, and we'll go from there.
All right.
Okay? So at this point, I can't give you a PR
Sí,
bond.
dígame.
Okay, 954
954
901
901
61 89.
89.
Ese es el número del defensa, del abogado de defensa.
O el abogado.
Exactamente, se llama Alan.
Abogado. Alex se llama.
No, Alan,
Alan.
ya. Pero
Okay.
él no habla español, so, Tienes que llamarla y él va a sacar una persona que habla español para ustedes que puedan hablar.
Ok,
Ok, vamos a tomar un par de semanas para que podamos evaluar a señor Díaz
ujú.
para ver a dónde vamos en el futuro.
Ok, pero por el momento él va a estar allí en la calle.
Con nosotros, exactamente, yes.
Ok, cualquier cosa, pues avísame, mi teléfono va a estar disponible las 24 horas para yo
Ok.
saber de mi hijo.
Bueno, muchas gracias y también tú tienes el número de nosotros, ¿ok? Y si tienes preguntas,
está.
no llamas.
Ok, ya, pero ¿a qué número puedo llamar para hablar con ustedes?
Bueno, llámate al defensa y él me puede comunicar conmigo.
Ok, está
Ok.
bien, gracias.
Ok, mucho
Por favor,
gusto.
yo le necesito ayuda para mi hijo.
Ya, sí, lo vamos a ayudar, te prometo.
Ok, gracias,
Ok.
gracias. Que
¿Cómo
Dios
no?
lo bendiga.
Tú también. Chao.
Ok, bye.
All right, so I guess let's set 2 weeks. If you want to set the TRAS, please. When you speak to them, be honest. That's the only way that we can help you.
Yeah.
Okay? I don't think that just throwing you out on the street is the wisest move now, especially in light that you have an open felony case, you know?
Yeah.
We need to make sure that you get on a straight path so you don't end up in prison. With this kind of case that you've got upstairs, you pick in this case, it's very possible to send you to prison. We don't want that. That will absolutely destroy you.
Yeah.
You understand? Do you have any questions? Okay, you always have Alan. If you ever have any questions, get with him and then we can all powwow and see how we go further, okay? Okay, Mr. Diaz, good luck, sir. Thank you, Alan. Bye, yeah. And then I'll do a bit work. Hi, counsel, come on. Hey, please.
We are here on Cadence Slack, the DWI first, no criminal history. We've been putting together a mitigation packet. We're just waiting on a few more character reference letters. It's just taking time to get those together. But
It's 180 days and it's time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set him for a week. He's got to have everything in for a week and then we'll have him come back. We'll send him for a TRAS. Tell him if he doesn't have it within the week, I'm gonna carry him day for day until he has everything ready to go for you guys. Okay? For sure. Thanks.
Judge, have a blessed day, okay?
Thanks. Eric.
Morning, Judge. Have a Varela.
What is it?
Varela, Ignacio.
Varela. Who?
A B as in boy, B as in boy.
Oh. Okay.
This one, evidence is in. The state made an offer today of PTI with no mitigation packet.
Great.
So we're gonna get the ball rolling on that. I'm gonna set up the TRAS today.
It's 150 days. We'll give you 30 days.
Yeah. We'll get it.
Again,
I'll
he's
get
gonna be
everything
here for TRAS and everything. Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Judge.
Thanks.
Was that for Barrera?
Yes.
So the mitigation packet was without
Yeah, they will have
the application.
So she wants me to get back.
I didn't see it. I didn't see Luis.
Yeah, they're.
So it's 248, so I actually did this in 14th floor, so we have in-house that's on this vehicle. I'm trying that, and then on the, and then on the 15th floor, it's, they have a recording system for right now, right? That's on the- It's true. Almost works together. We're kind of like when I tried last year, she's all over like back off of personality. I'm just like Michelle. I straight away from my mouth. How you? So the issue with this person is she never shows up. So that's why she's had 4 bond corrections in her own case. 3 bond corrections. We have.
Okay. All right, so.
Sonia.
Morning, Your Honor.
Hey, good morning.
I have Marlo King. He has an evading case. I actually didn't know his case was in your court when I was there Monday for his fugitive case. But today, I guess, is an arraignment on his evading case. He's in custody.
He's in custody.
Marvel
Page 29.
Oh, he's got a fugitive. in the event.
Correct.
I don't see the fugitive prosecutors here yet. That's
Well,
late.
he also has an evading. He's already waived on the fugitive case, but
Oh, he
today
has.
he popped up for, today he popped up for the evading. I don't know why both of them didn't show up Monday.
What would you like me to do?
I don't know if he needs bond conditions. He's wanted out of Louisiana, so my guess is they'll come get him soon. But it's an evading. I don't know if there's any discovery in on this one or not yet.
I haven't received anything yet.
Okay.
I haven't received anything yet, Your Honor. I haven't even got the offense report yet.
So he's wanted out of Virginia, or I'm sorry, out of Louisiana for VIN altering, removing, possession of stolen things. So it looks like maybe at least two to three different cases. Yeah.
Correct.
Disturbing the peace, loud or vulgar language is another case. Wow. What happened in the evading, Logan? Please.
It was the short of it, the car was pulled over for expired registration. Officers noticed odor of marijuana. Defendant was the passenger. Officers advised the driver and the passenger they were detained. The driver got out, and while the driver was being detained, the passenger then left the scene. Officers then set up a perimeter and found him about 30 minutes later and about a mile away.
I mean, I'm not going to put any conditions on the Sonia. I guess
Okay.
just set it for the day after the fugitive cases, and then, the fugitive case is set for 8:30.
Correct. So I guess that would be September the 3rd, because
Will
that
you
Monday is
please, I
Labor
guess,
Day.
just when they ship him off back to Louisiana, just make sure that he has your number so that he stays in communication with you, because
He does. I gave him a card Monday.
if not, we're gonna revoke this thing, and then it's gonna end up in that cycle, you know what I mean?
Yes, I do. Yeah,
So,
he has my information already, and I've spoken with his wife.
got it, okay. All right, so we'll just say, you want the 31st, I guess?
I think that's a weekend. I think.
Yeah, you're right, that's a Saturday.
So September 3, I think, was what is the next workday.
You wanna put it for the 2nd? We can't.
Labor Day.
Okay, how about the 3rd?
That's fine.
You said, is that the 3rd time you said that? Really? So what day is that?
The third, it's a Tuesday.
You really want to do that day?
Yeah, because Monday's a holiday.
I know, but that's gonna be packed to the gills.
It's really low.
Oh, it is low? Okay, you okay with the 2nd? I mean, the 3rd?
The 3rd, yes, Your Honor, that's fine.
I'm kind of slow today, whatever. All right.
All right,
Okay,
thank you.
thanks,
That's all
Sonia.
I have.
Take care.
All right, you too.
You have anyone else, Your Honor? If you want to, it's an arraignment scheduled for Friday, and I have the Luis here. as a
Got it, okay.
Speaker.
And you gave it to,
Yeah, I already gave it to everybody.
you got it?
He's here.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Luis, Mr. Sanchez?
Thanks for asking me. That's right, because normally I would have. Are you Isel Sanchez Fierro? Sir, you're charged with terroristic threat of a family or a household member. Shh. That allegation kicks it up to a Class A misdemeanor. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during questions and interviews with the state of Texas. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you.
Thank you, Your Honor. On August 15th, 2024, just before midnight, officers were dispatched to a family violence call. It's all right. Just before.
One second. Just finish and then we'll do it.
Okay. Just before midnight, officers were dispatched to a family violence call. The complainant is the defendant's 14-year-old stepson. The defendant's girlfriend, the complainant witness's mother, stated that she has been living with the defendant for a year and a half. She and the defendant are constantly arguing and not on good terms.
So she and the mother, or I guess
His girlfriend is the mother of his stepson. On the night in question, got into an argument. The mother and the defendant got into an argument. And the 14-year-old joined to defend his mother. Defendant got extremely angry and approached the complaining witness as if to hurt him. Complaining witness's mother pushed the defendant back out of instinct and pushed the complaining witness into a room. She locked the door. And inside that room, there was herself, the complainant, and a 4-month-old baby. The defendant yelled to the 14-year-old, "Come outside, fight if you're a man. I'll make a man out of you." The defendant put them all in fear of their lives. The Complainant witness's mother stated that the defendant had drinking about 8 Heineken beers. And the complaining witness, 14-year-old, corroborated his mother's story and said that he was in fear of being hurt by the defendant. We've since spoke with the mother of the 14-year-old who said that she went back to the house. She said that it felt likely a mental health issue. As the defendant has OCD.
The defendant has what?
Obsessive compulsive disorder. That being said, to me, it looks like it's alcohol related.
I agree with you, and we now will prevent that from happening. Mr. Sanchez Fierro, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Tell me, are you a United States citizen? Are you in this country with or without permission? What,
With permission.
what type of permission do you have?
Permanent residency.
You need to understand that that residency, if you have it, because I don't know, you could be telling me that you're Bambi and I wouldn't even know. If you don't, or the more criminal cases you pick up, the higher likelihood you have of that residency being revoked and you end up getting deported. If you pick up criminal cases, your residency can be revoked and you can be deported. Do you understand? I'm issuing conditions on your bond now. If you violate these conditions, I will put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. And if you don't have anyone to bond you out at a $5,000 to $10,000 bond, you will be stuck in custody until this case is over with. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. You will be randomly tested. If I find that you consume anything, I will put you in jail. Are you prescribed any medication at this point from any doctors? What are you prescribed?
Paroxetin, que es para el TOC, el trastorno obsesivo compulsivo, pero me cambiaron el medicamento porque me estaba haciendo, o sea, efectos secundarios.
I
No me acuerdo ahora.
have a medication. I don't remember what it's called now because it was recently changed because it was having side effects for, it was an OCD medication.
De hecho, en ese cambio de medicamento fue cuando me tomé esa cerveza y parece que me hizo como una reacción post. Estaba bajo medicamento mental.
While after this change to the medication was when I had drank the 8 beers and
I don't want to talk to you about.
quiero hablar con usted acerca del
I
caso.
don't know if you were prescribed medication because if you are,
Porque si es el caso,
I'm also ordering you to take the medication that's prescribed to you. If you find that that medication has adverse side effects, then you must go back to the doctor and find another one. At some point, you will find a medication that will agree with you. It may take 3, 4, 5 different tries, but you will find something.
they changed it already.
Okay, continue to take the medication. As far as contact with the 14-year-old, I do not want you to have contact with this person. You are not allowed to have contact with a 14-year-old. Do you understand? If you do, likewise, you will go to jail. I'm also ordering you not to have any threatening or harassing contact with, who is the other one?
The mother of the 14-year-old.
The name.
Oh, Thais.
You are not to have threatening or harassing contact with her. I'm issuing what's called a magistrate's order for emergency protection on both of these persons, on Thais Matos Cruz and on in the matter of the child CCM. A protective order looks like it has been issued. I would get to know it. If you violate this protective order, the state can and will file a violation of a protective order against you. And it is one of the worst cases you can pick up. You understand?
Yes.
Tell me what you do for a living, sir.
¿A qué se dedica? ¿Qué hace para trabajo?
Ahora no estoy trabajando,
I'm not working currently.
no estoy trabajando.
I'm not working.
You don't work.
¿No trabaja?
Ahora en este momento no me quedé sin trabajo, estoy en busca de otro.
Right now, I'm not working. I lost my job, so I'm looking for another.
When is the last time you've had a full-time job?
Trabajo de tiempo completo. ¿Hace cuánto?
Como un mes,
Like around a month ago.
Doing what?
¿Qué tipo? ¿Qué hacía?
carpintería.
Carpenter? Carpenter.
It's time for you to start working full-time.
Sí, de momento ya yo empiezo a trabajar otra vez. tiempo
And I will now
completo,
also
y
make that a condition of
también lo haré eso una
you as
condición
well.
para
That you
que lo
get
haga,
a
de que se
full-time
consiga
job.
un trabajo a tiempo completo.
If I test you for dope right now, what are you going to test positive?
Si le hago alguna prueba de drogas ahorita, ¿por qué saldría algún resultado positivo?
No.
No.
You will not test positive for marijuana.
Nothing.
I'm sending you. I want to know what you're going to test positive for.
Okay.
I will appoint you a lawyer today,
Asignar un abogado de oficio hoy,
and I'm going to bring you back in 2 weeks.
semanas.
I want to see what you have done to get a job.
De hecho, para tratar de conseguir.
I want to see you filling out applications, being a productive member of this society. Do you understand?
Yes.
No more alcohol as well. I will have you go to Victoria Sign a Reset. After that, I will have you meet with Rachel. We're going to send you for a test right now, and then I'm going to have you come back.
Y después va a
When you
regresar.
come back, I will have you speak to a lawyer.
Se hablaría ya con el abogado.
Serían 2 semanas. O
In 2 weeks or today?
I'm going to have you go take a drug test.
Después va a hacer la prueba de drogas.
You will come back.
Regresará.
I will then have you speak with a lawyer. After all that is done, I'm going to set your case for 2 weeks.
Su caso para que
When you
regrese.
come back, I want to see what you've done to get a job. Understand? Okay. Please. Hi, Ricardo. What's up, man?
You just said no harassing with the mother.
With them, yeah, no threatening harassment, mother, and then no, it's gonna be with Rachel because it's monitored. Yeah, don't worry about filing conditions, Logan, because it's gonna be monitored with Rachel. Hey.
Hey, Judge, good morning.
Yeah.
Judge, I've been appointed to a case with Miss Brianna Senegal. She's got 2 cases.
You got the Senegal.
My understanding is she might have missed court a couple times. Is that what happened?
Mhm.
Okay.
She missed court several times. We sent her for a drug test. She missed that a couple times.
Really?
She picked up another case while she's on bond.
Okay.
So we've had quite a number of issues. We told her not to engage in the same course of conduct that you picked up the first case, and she went right back
Okay.
out and did it.
Well, Judge, I did talk to her for a little bit. My understanding is she's in kind of some bad circumstances, regarding where she's living, her situation, how to get around. And so that might attribute to why she's in the predicament she's in. I have talked to her about a possible P-180 resolution. I've
Tried that ad nauseum.
Is that right?
Mhm. Never done that.
Well, I asked her about it.
She don't show up.
Yeah, I told her, hey, Judge is gonna get at me
I'm
like
not,
that.
Ricardo, as much as I love you and love everything around, I'm not giving her a PR.
No?
No.
You want
She
her-
don't show up.
Wow.
She does what she wants to do, and then we don't get her until she gets arrested again. And then they just continue to give her PR bombs, and I'm not down with that. I can't.
Well, Judge, there's not much I can say about that. I haven't been on the case before. I don't know what the communication was like, why she hasn't showed up. She's got a plan in place, I asked her, how come you haven't showed up? She said money was a factor. Maybe I could put her in touch with some resources with the MAC, She sounds like she's in a bad spot. If I set something up like that and get a plan in place, would you then reconsider possibly letting her out on a PR bond? I don't think she could afford a bond, Judge, is what I'm saying.
I know. I don't know, Ricardo, because I don't know. The problem is that, when I try to talk to her, she's not honest.
She's not honest, okay.
No. And I can never get a straight answer out of her. And when we try to help her, you know, because we've been, you're the third lawyer on the case, right? And anytime we try to reach out to help her,
Yeah.
she flies the coop.
Is that right?
She just doesn't come back. So,
Okay,
you know, I've heard the story before
yeah,
where she's got a plan, you know, she's now in a different place, right? And
yeah.
it's hard to believe.
Okay, understood. Here's what I'll do. I'll talk to her about our options, and in the meantime, I'll try to get in touch with the MAC. Maybe I'll come back with a better
And
argument.
I'm going to tell you this though, also. Deputy, do you mind bringing out Miss Senegal, please?
I mean, the reason I say it like that, Judge, is because I speak with her. I believe her when she says she's got a plan in place, and I don't know how she's,
You know, some people are,
yeah.
I mean,
I want to believe them. You know?
they're so great at, just the acting, it's Academy Award-esque,
Yeah.
right? Really. Sam, while we're waiting,
I'll step aside.
just give me a second. Okay,
Is Thomas, Keith Thomas?
bond or jail?
Yeah.
Okay. Oof. Okay. Oh, man, picked up a theft from a person. You want to, so far away. too.
What's that?
So far away, man.
So that's, I was gonna ask if we could reset to that one. My understanding, they have a deferred offer in there. At least in my conversation with him, I think he's going to be taking that. He does not have a permanent address. That's why
It's like setting up to fail, you know,
I'm not on that one, so.
but what else can you do, right? I get it.
I think we also have discovery outstanding in that one. I was talking to Logan about it earlier.
What's the theft from a person amount?
Give me a second, Your Honor, I'll pull it up. Officer dispatched to a robbery in progress at St. Joseph Parkway.
Hospital.
Yes, Your Honor. Complainant stated that he was walking down St. Joseph Parkway with a witness when the defendant approached them and forcefully snatched his phone from his hand.
I was gonna guess it. Yeah, but obviously, right, we'll give you to the, I guess, if you want to set it for the day after the felony. Perfect. Yeah. Who's your second?
Richardson.
Say it again?
Richardson. So I maybe in the system as Richards. It's been in there a couple of days.
Oh, how is Mr. Richards? Haven't seen him in a long time.
We were in the same boat on that one, so I think we're gonna ask if we could reset to the felony on that one as well. The discovery's in on that one. I think RIP calls outstanding. Richards?
Yeah. You've been on it a while?
Almost 2 months?
Okay, so no.
No, not long.
Is there an offer upstairs, Logan? What are they offering?
At 6 years TDC.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll do the same thing and then just keep us in a loop. Yeah,
Thank you
it's
very
gonna be
much.
a hard sell upstairs though.
They've got a time served offer in here. We're just waiting to see what happens.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Thank you.
Don't talk about the cases specifically, just answer judges' questions.
I just wanted to give you a heads up. You know, we're talking about you, so it's only fair that you're out here to hear what we're talking about. You know, Ms. Senegal, I don't have any problem with you. I want you to understand that at the outset. I like everyone that comes here. I don't have a problem with anyone. But there's a certain expectation, right?
Yes,
And the
sir.
expectation is that you come back. And we have literally bent over backwards to help you in every situation, right? We try to get the first case dismissed. You know, you pick up the second case. I think that there was even an offer to get both of them dismissed. And if you do the evaluation, right? That's all you had to do, right? And then boom, flew the coop again.
Yes, sir.
And it can't keep happening over and over. And you expect us to just continue to let you out. You understand that, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. So I'm not going to give you a PR bond. I just can't, because that would be enabling your behavior and telling you that it's okay what you're doing when it's not.
Yes, sir.
So the bonds I have now there, I guess are set at, it's some high amount. I don't know where we're gonna go forward. I think probably the best course is to do a TRAS and see what they say. Is what I would think that we do, because I don't know what's going on in your life. And every time I try to talk to you, we just don't get a straight one. So I have people on staff that will speak to you to see what the best course of action for you with your life circumstances and what's happening with you now. Okay. I will not entertain anything until we, at the very minimum, do a TRAS to see how we best go forward with you. And at that point, we can figure out what they say, what the best mode of action is. And the other thing I'm going to tell you is I'm not going to let you just plead guilty. I'm not down with that either. I refuse to just let you plead guilty just to be able to get out. I'm not going to do it. The worst thing that you can possibly do in this life is just continue to plead guilty just to get out. Because I know once you do that, the same thing's going to happen. You're going to keep coming back. And if you continue to pick these cases up, you will be hit with a felony charge. And then you're looking at years instead of days. And I'm not going to let that happen. So I think the best thing that we do now is let's get a TRAS. Let's see what the experts say, and we'll go from there.
Judge, I would say she does have a right to a bond. Do we know what the bond amounts are in both cases?
I have it at, well, of course she has a right to a bond. And I have them set at 10,003 on both.
10,003 on both.
Correct.
Yep. That's about at least $1,000 at 10%.
20,006. So,
would you consider lowering that? I know she's got a mother that she might be able to look towards for help. But 20,000 is kind of on the steep side.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Yep. But I just can't get Miss Senegal to show up. She comes when she wants to come. You're leaving?
Temporarily, I'll be right back.
Is Logan staying?
Yeah, Logan's staying until 11.
So can we still jam while Logan's
Yeah,
here?
sure. I have an executive meeting, it's completely unrelated. to what we're talking
Okay.
about. Yeah.
When are you coming back? Are you coming back?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll come back next time. It's not,
Okay, all right. If he has to leave, then we'll just stop everything what we're doing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay.
Would you consider, instead of 20, would you cut it in half, go to 10? No?
I want you to understand that we mean business. That
Yes, sir.
We're not here to play games, and this is the way that we do it. Right? At some point, we'll get through and we'll, who do you have in your life?
Okay.
He said, Mom. Is that not
Yes,
true?
if I had somewhere to go, that's where I would go, to her house.
Where do you live now? Why don't you live with Mom?
Because she has certain rules that I have to follow.
Oh,
I
those
can't.
rules suck.
No, it is what it is. I'm an adult. I don't mind her rules. It's just I can't do what I need at her house. There's no buses, so I can't work.
So let me ask you this. Is it really better to sell yourself on the street than live with Mom? Really?
Sir.
That's what you do. You've literally chosen to give yourself up than rather follow a couple rules. And I gotta imagine the rules are probably don't party in the house, don't smoke in the house, you know, perhaps don't stay up
She
late.
just wants us to work. But I can't work because there's no buses in that area. There's no jobs walking distance. She stays in Atascocita, Lake Houston.
I mean, there's no jobs in Atascocita, for real?
Walking distance. And there's no buses.
So will you eternally remain jobless then? Is that what I'm hearing?
No, sir.
The amount of stuff when you give yourself up on the street, the type of people you meet, the Green River Killer, the types of diseases that are floating out there on the street. It's so scary. You've obviously found some kind of niche because you're living, I mean, you're alive, you're doing something, you've got clothes on your back, right? You're healthy, so something's happening, but You know, the older you get, the worse it gets. You get bigger, fatter, uglier, you lose hair. It doesn't get better. It gets harder. And it gets really freaking hard the older you get. What you do now is you set yourself up now so that in 40 years, you don't work like a mule making $9 an hour. That's what life is about. You work hard now so that when you're aged out and when you're ready to relax and sit down, you can. So you don't work at, and not to belittle Sears or Lowe's or Home Depot, or you don't work like a mule at 70 years old. That's what you do now. And if you don't do it now, I'm telling you, life is really going to suck in 30 years. And the way that you're headed, oof, you will end up with a terminal disease, dead, or with a 25-year sentence. I'm not going to let that happen. If I let you out now, that's exactly what's going to happen. So I'm going to keep you for the foreseeable future. And what I want to do is evaluate to see what the best course of action to help to get you on the straight and narrow. And at some point between now and then, I'm going to call your mom and I'm going to speak to your mom so I can get the real truth of what's going on. Because I know I can only get so much from you. But the first course of action is I want to have a TRAS. If she does a TRAS and if she's honest, it will help a lot. It will really go well in your favor if we do the TRAS and you're honest. If I get it and it says that you're all little bunny jumping in the woods and you ain't have any problems, then I know it's not for real. And I'm going to send you back. We're going to do it again. So be honest, because we're here to help you. We're not here to see you fail. And if I let you out, it's a failure on my part. And I don't like to fail. All right? Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
John?
Thank you so much.
Hey, Logan.
Yes, sure.
On Miss Senegal, have you guys still offered P180?
Yes, sure. Yes, I think if we give her the services, she may need to stop this sort of life.
Yeah. Normally do, right? On the young kids, we test them, and then on others who look like they have potential issues, we test them to see what's in their system and how bad of an issue they have, and then depending on that, that's how we'll test.
Right, and that's what I was thinking, like, I don't think.
So everyone that's.
I just have an off-topic motion to travel for you. He's on bond for DWI second. He needs to go to Mexico for work. He will be-
Okay with it, just let him know, no drinking, he's gonna get tested when he gets back.
And everyone needs to be arrested.
Yes, he has an interlock. Over there, they are not allowed to leave their facility without, like the security van drives them around
Okay.
while they're on the work trip.
So just tell him, no.
Obviously, no driving over there. Yeah. Okay, thanks, Judge.
Yeah, just let Rachel know so that doesn't
Yeah.
get caught.
Okay, awesome.
Logan. Oh, no. Have Marshall, okay. So Marshall. So.
Are you ready?
Yeah, it's a bullet. Right.
So Mr. Marshall, he got here at 8:30 this morning. My understanding was that he was supposed to take a drug test. That order didn't get put in.
Thank you, Lisa. That's super kind.
So he didn't physically go to take the drug test until about 9:30 or 10 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay.
He went though, right?
Yes, he did. My understanding is that it's negative. Okay.
Mr. Marshall, come on up. Good job. Way to be negative. Just keep it up. So where are we at now?
So I have a time served offer, but that was based on a juvenile criminal history out of Michigan. Pavel is going to confirm that it is actually Mr. Marshall's criminal history because it's pretty serious. And
Did you ever live in Michigan?
so and we're also getting some school work documentation.
What are you doing now? Did you graduate from high school? So what are we doing with that?
I'm in online school.
Huh?
I'm in online school.
How do I know? I don't want to take your word for it. I want you to see it. So I did tell you to get your GED, didn't I?
Well, he's doing an online,
It's like a high school.
yeah, online public high school.
So you're actually in high school. How old are you?
18.
18. Are you still in high school? Why online?
I'm just like, I couldn't do it in person. Like, I couldn't really focus on it. And it was just like kind of messing with my head a little bit.
You know that they have other classes that you can go to that are smaller to help you focus. You know, it's important that you still are able to hang out, meet people, because that's part of high school as well, that you get to meet people, hang out, you make new friendships. I have people that I hang out now. I'm 50 years old. I still hang out with from high school. You know, I still go out with them. I still hang out with them. So it's an important part of life that you do. I mean, it's your choice, obviously, if that's what you want to do. I want to make sure that you graduate though. So where are you with that?
I have like 7 classes left, I believe,
Okay.
but I'm trying to get them finished.
Who do you live with?
My grandma and my
Okay.
mom.
So your mom's around.
Yeah, she's here today, Judge.
Is that mom? Come on up, mom. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it. I I want to make sure that he graduates. It's really important because
Trying to make him graduate too.
it's in this life, if you don't have your high school diploma, at the minimum, you'll go nowhere. Really, you'll never get a good job. People without a high school diploma will make 10 cents to what a person with a high school diploma will make $1. That's how bad it is. I'm telling you, you have to get your high school diploma. Where is he? Senior, junior? What would you qualify?
I'm not sure what they qualify him as. I quit school when I was 16. I did online schooling, the same online schooling I went through. I got my high school diploma. That's what he's going through right now. So he will get his high school diploma. He's just got to do the courses.
Please stay on top. The other thing is this, the worst possible thing you can do is just plead guilty to something because it'll go on your record. And once you plead guilty, you're stuck with it forever. Why don't we just put this thing off?
Okay.
Let's let Pavel, make sure that he's saying he's never even been to Michigan.
Okay.
So you might have a different person.
Yeah.
And we have time. I just want to make sure he's not smoking any dope while he's on bond and he's clean, which is good because you would be only in one place if you tested positive. Beware that I am going to test you again. So I'm not going to test you within the next couple of weeks, but I will test you again. So get ready, because if you do smoke any kind of weed or anything, I'm going to find out and you know where you go, right? All right, so just graduate and make us proud. You want to do 30 days? What do you want to do?
Yeah, that works for me. I
Okay,
don't know.
Done.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Thank
Can we be
you. Thank you for
excused?
coming.
Can we be excused?
Yeah.
Don't have a seat, guys.
Hey, reaching on Jonathan Marin. He's in custody.
You got Marin?
Jonathan Marin, judge, he's in custody. Case is very old, so I wasn't able to reset it.
He's an asshole.
Yeah. Here's the thing. So he's got this issue where he's got a fear of going back to his home country. He's developing the immigration stuff while he's in custody through his family.
For asylum or what?
Yeah, that's the plan. And so at this point, in this case, this whole UCW is based off of a witness claiming he had the gun, and she IDs him with the gun that led to the reasonable suspicion to get into the vehicle. So we're heading to trial on this, but before we do that, I want to see if they'd rip the CW to see if she's going to show up to testify. Case is over 2 years old, I believe. And I don't want to put it on the trial docket if she's not going to show up. And so Pavel was nice enough to say, hey, we'll reach out to her to see her opinion. And if she's not willing to show up, then that gives me a great argument. But yeah, I was asking for 10 days.
Sure.
Okay, let's do that. That'll allow Pavel 10 days to reach out. Okay, cool. Thank you, Judge.
Sure. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yep, what you got? Sure, let me know.
Friend of an old client. 2 years ago.
She should call you up. Yeah. Yeah, no way.
Three. The claim was his girlfriend, his dad at the time, now his father-in-law. Okay. He said father-in-law reached out, said, "Do you want to press charges for this?" So, yeah, I just didn't know. Walk through with him, perhaps had him send me a letter. This is a short case. Two, 646, 9503.
We'll get it done by the end of the day. We can make it all up, so that'll be more. Yeah, if we can.
If you want to go forward with that case, just let me know.
Joaquin Hernandez. Joaquin Hernandez. Yeah, Joaquin Jimenez, please. This is Judge Fleischer in Court 5. And Mr. Jimenez, this is Judge Fleischer in Court 5. And Mr. And Joaquin represents a Isaac Hernandez that has bond
I
violation.
think he would have to, so.
I have to put him on the docket. How is Friday?
Yeah. That's 243.
Do you want to have him call me? The one that I called you on. Do you have it? Yeah, use that. Do you mind having Joaquin call me and then we can schedule? Let me give you the cause number if you don't mind. 2508 403. I'd like to put him on the docket for this Friday. So, but if you can have Joaquin call me, we can go from there. Okay? Okay, thank you. Bye. What is your position on that non-disclosure?
I
I mean, I don't understand it. Like, so he picks up, he has our case, and then he picks up an aggravated assault afterwards, gets on a deferred, and in the motion they filed, it says he's not been in place on deferred after the fact.
They actually are dated the same date. So the disposition, he got put on deferred on both on the same day. My basis was when she decided, she's saying he was convicted under chapter 42, and he was actually exactly convicted under chapter 42. So
What do you mean convicted?
or his misdemeanor for what he was charged and ultimately pled guilty to is a misdemeanor under chapter 42, and that's one of the things that she's saying he's not convicted, or he wasn't charged with. I was like, well, the charge is under chapter 42, so it's not. This is invalid. She reset it.
I know, but I'm curious what their argument was. So, do you have the cause number handy real quick? Because I don't have it.
219.
Okay.
1825. If you look at the disposition date of the two cases, they're disposed of on the same date, I believe.
No.
They're not?
No. So our case was disposed in March of 2020.
Yeah.
And then the other one was disposed of on May 3rd of 2021, because on our case, it looks like he probably pled to time served.
He pled to.
Or no. Let me know. He pleads to deferred upstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and he does a deferred on ours.
Yeah.
The one upstairs, he does successfully complete, right?
Correct. He is.
Goodness. Let's see. He enters into the deferred 4/1/19.
Something about the dates. I wasn't going to use that as my argument, actually. I should have on the basis.
So look, so he, in April 1st of 2019, he enters into the felony deferred.
Yes.
Okay. In ours, he enters into the deferred on March of 2019. So 1 month, he enters into our deferred, 1 month later gets into that.
Yeah, but I think.
But they're the same, it's out of the same transaction, right?
No, but I think the code differentiates. So the code
They're not out
says
of the
you
same
cannot get in
transaction.
trouble after you get into the plea. He got in trouble before he entered his plea. Like his new law violation his new law violation in time that we're talking about here predates his plea. The actual violation, the disposition postdates our plea, but so that's not a basis I was going to use to be opposed to it. That's why I reread the code just to be sure. The 2-year thing, or not to get in trouble, it's not to pick up any new law violations after the plea. So that didn't happen. So that wasn't going to be my basis. Yeah. Let's see. It's almost done downloading. Oh, really? Yeah. So I'm going to see what this file is. This CS. It's 4 minutes left, 3 minutes left. So let me see what it is. Okay. Okay. Just want to make sure yeah, of course. But plus, the code that was cited actually is not a. If you look at that code that she cites, it's not a non-disclosure code. So that's what confused me.
I mean, it's.
But I read the actual non-disclosure code to see if it followed it. It did not. So that's why I was like, okay.
Okay, so I guess when she gets back, we'll see what her.
Yeah, I think she just reset it.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Okay.
See what the response
So when
is.
she resets it, yeah, when we actually go or like approach, I'll let you know.
Mr. Pollen,
Hey, Never.
What's new? How are you? How are things?
Another day at the courthouse.
Another day in paradise?
Yeah.
Ha.
So I had some good business with clients. I had a fun client, which we know.
That's normal, isn't it?
They took your DNA, they're investigating your connection.
Oh.
Well, what do they know about a murder? I don't know anything about it, except that, yeah, search warrant. That's all I know.
That's not a good sign.
I don't understand why.
You will soon enough.
I said, yeah, no, I said, you know, we'll see what happens.
Do you-
I'm
do you-
not really good at listening to people.
That's good.
When I said, don't repeat what you said, well, you know, I'm not guilty of anything. I said, that's fine, you got 5 charges. I said, we'll see what cases they can make. I said, I have questions on some of them, but I don't know that.
It's an uphill battle, that's for sure. You know, 1, 2, okay, 5, that's, have you done a murder case? Yeah.
12.
I'm so sorry.
And I want.
Because just the stress.
Year, and, well, when you get to be my age, there's no stress, and I think I'll do a good job, I'll be effective at 15 with me, and we'll see what happens. That's all you can do, right?
Yeah,
So I
absolutely.
had
Of
one,
course.
I tried to get a certification on capital murder shooter, and did a log here in 4 or 5 hours, and I thought this was. I didn't think.
I was just thinking.
And,
Like, we hung out for-
it was good. Respects my opinion. I think, look, read the transcript. After reading it, you tell me that. I see. She did it. No good.
Wow.
You can't make it.
Fantastic.
Shit, I don't know why they-
And that's what it's about, right?
Yeah.
You know, in this building, it's about finding the right person that will actually listen to you. And if you do, you're in good hands, right? We have great guys here, you know, just.
Yeah, get the right people to listen.
And it makes for like a well-oiled machine, so you don't just have all these unnecessary delays. Because the delays hurt so much because someone who may need treatment is not going to get it because they just want to fight for the sake of fighting.
Part of the ways the county got turned up resources for knowledge probation system.
Tell me about it.
Done something in the difficult offender population, which I think is really awesome. You know, we want to expand the duties and limits, but do more money. That's what the action are.
Can we just go to Commissioner's Court and ask for it?
Yeah. They don't care. It's all a joke. It's all justice system is a nuisance. That's why they see that very often. I mean, it's all
Yeah.
this stuff. I mean, they're good. I mean, they're bad.
So the solution is just get more money somehow.
Give resources. I mean, come on, remember, you had all those psychiatrists quit, remember that happened? We're paying enough, so we do need to work on it. And then get that raise along, which is very
It's crazy.
So you gotta wait. You got slow down to get the DNA for that before you test. I mean, always, because they don't have the money. I mean, I understand, they get back on. It happens. So, if I have money, nobody cares. It's a problem. And our jail understands, so we plan to keep it out. And then because they can't hire people, you don't want to pay them. Yeah, if the county had $21 million to give away, people would want to work at $500 a month. It's just ridiculous. It's not the function of the county.
Was it was $21 million?
They.
Wait, but wasn't that federal, like a federal grant or something like that? Or I mean, ultimately, right? You can, yeah, or pay the firefighters.
Yeah. I guess what you could say, there's no other needs in the county, everything's taken care of, we're fine, okay.
I agree, yeah.
The question I asked was, wait a minute, to qualify you to make under 50,000 families, okay, fine. How many county employees make less than 50,000? And they're working. We ain't giving them shit. They actually work for the money.
Right.
Why don't we give it to them? If you got money burning a hole in your pocket, give them a pay raise. So they will do that. So. we spent money on beautiful art, on parking garage, which is, I find it looks nice, but it's total waste of money. You know, and then they see it over the flood control maintenance, so why the hell not? Because you're wasting money.
I don't even know. I mean, I don't even know where we go from there.
These people in there now, I mean, of the people you got there now, I think Leonis is only the only one worth it. She's smart. She's actually doing.
Is she a lawyer?
Yes.
She is one?
Civil judge.
Oh, that's right. No, that's right. She was a judge.
You know,
Yeah.
he's a crook. He was actually right. Rule is awful. It's me talking like this. It's just the truth. It's just a total waste of it.
Yeah.
I went with my cat to go visit. Wow.
Just, I think that I agree with you that money needs to be spent in a smart way.
They're not serious. They're not serious. They're not. The jail, I mean, I used to think the plan of the jail was behind it, so it's conservative.
I'm gonna skip that in favor of seeing the update with Jurassic Park. Because it's nearly time for me to portal you over.
What's up? You got Sanchez as well.
How did the test go?
I don't know. On everything. Wonderful. Great.
Oh, reset? Ahorita hablamos un poco más yo y usted. Sí.
Buen hecho con el examen.
Gracias.
Ok. No quiero que tú no usas alcohol, no usas drogas ilegal. Vamos a posponer tu caso. Tienes que hablar con el Ricardo. Él te va a representar. Si él me dice que no estás respondiendo, te voy a poner en un orden de arresto. ¿Ok? Tienes que comunicar con él.
Si no tiene comunicación, respondiendo. Que si no
Respondiendo.
a mí.
Sí.
¿Ok? Él te va a comunicar. Tienes que hablar.
Sí.
Y vamos a ver cómo anda. ¿Ok?
Thank you, Judge. Appreciate it.
Listen, you still want 2 weeks for a job?
Yeah. He
2 weeks
ain't
for a
working.
job?
He's not doing anything. So,
Okay.
tienes que encontrarte trabajo.
Es que no puedo trabajar.
¿Por qué no?
Estoy bajo tratamiento psiquiátrico y las pastillas me dan mucho sueño. No puedo trabajar.
Tienes que hacer algo.
El médico me prohibió. No puedo.
¿Cómo que? No manches. No te puedo creer que el doctor te dijo que no puedes trabajar.
No podía trabajar, me da mucho sueño el medicamento que me mandó.
No te creo. Tú tienes el condición que tienes que trabajar o hacer algo. Haciendo nada todo el día.
Can we,
No vale.
can we get an opportunity to get this statement from the doctor to present?
Yeah. So talk to him, but I'm not going to have him doing nothing all day, every day. That's not going to fly.
What if
And
it
I
is-
can't imagine how a doctor's going to tell him that he can't work. That's
O sea, si puedo hablar.
unbelievable.
O sea que sí puedo trabajar, pero en un trabajo específico.
Pues es lo que quiere el juez. Ahorita
Ah.
vamos a hablar de
Ya.
quiere que hagas algo. Entonces,
Pero
ahorita
hablas
vamos
con
a-
él, pero quiero que tú haces algo con tu vida.
Sí.
Okay.
¿Entiendes?
Sí.
Okay.
Okay, sounds
All right.
good, Judge. Appreciate it.
Okay.
Gracias.
Por favor. Now we're done. Thanks.
And so are we. And so are the cats, apparently. They're not even here. They're not even in this room. They've had enough. And my eyes, like, I don't know if you can see, not that well. The lighting makes it tricky to see. But the catnip bothers my face and eyes so much. And when I was messing around with the iPad, it was like all those toys have catnip on it. And I was like moving the iPad and I think I got catnip on my hands and then literally. Anyway, before I say goodbye, I want to get the link for the premiere. It's a pretty short one. I think it's about, I want to say 8 minutes 30. But it is really sweet. It's Judge Simpson and a veteran. The other one that I was mentioning, editing in the week, I think I put a thumbnail up for it. Since we've seen that lady, I'm trying to track down her last hearing dates, and it's proving a little difficult because I don't know what she would have been, which calendar she would have been on. And so I presumed that it was probably the same day as Heenan, but I don't think so. So that one, I don't want to just put it out as is. I might, and then we just revisit it. But I really like to see the full story, not just a little portion of it. Okay. Anyway, I don't know if I'll see you over the weekend. Might take the weekend off again. If you're new here, I have a full-time job and I have this, and we're getting married in November. So the level of things that have to be done is through the roof. But it'll be a nice surprise if I do, I guess. If I don't, have a great weekend. I hope you get a little bit of rest if you need it. Otherwise, a little bit of activity if you need it. And I'll see you next week. But I'll be in the chat of the premiere. Bye.